Hi, Steve Draper here for Shopsmith Mark 7, Mark 4, and Mark 520. Today, we're doing part 2 of the planer upgrade on the Shopsmith Planer from the traditional 3-knife cutter head to the helical. And today we're going to remove the old cutter head from my Shopsmith Planer. Now, I've already done some of the steps for you, but I'm going to explain to you what I've already done. And I'm doing them step by step from the disassembly instructions that are here from the Shopsmith, from doing the thickness planer in-feed roller kit or the out-feed roller kit. That's where it explains how to disassemble and assemble the cutter head. First step on here was to remove the thickness adjustment crank. That's this crank that goes right here. It just lifts off. Second step was to remove the feed motor. The feed motor attaches right here, and it has 4 cap screws that we use a 3/16 Allen wrench to remove those. That comes right off. Third step on here was to remove the control box. This is the control box right here. It attaches here with 3 screws that use a flat tip screwdriver remover to remove those. So that's been removed. And then remove the chip chute. That's the chip chute goes right here. We've just lifted our chip chute out of there. Then detach the outfield shield. That's what I'm in the process of doing right now. And this is where we're going to pick up, is taking off the outfield shield and the infeed shield. And I'm just finishing up here doing the outfeed shield. You use your 5/32 Allen wrench to do that. I've removed one of the screws already. I'm doing the second one now. This is takes a little bit of time doing this, because you just can do it only about 1/4 of a turn at a time to fit it in there. Now this is one time where using the old style 5/32 tool is a benefit. The newer ones are very difficult to fit in here to do this. So if you have one of the older ones, try and use those. Well, it's getting easier to turn. There we go. Just about there. Okay. So I'm just going to leave these screws in there on that shield, outfield shield. And now we'll do the infeed shield. Now on the list of tools that I gave you in part 1, there's one tool I forgot, and you're also going to need an 1/8" Allen wrench also in order to do these infeed shields. And there's 4 cap screws that hold that in. And we'll take those out right now. And here's the last one here. Okay, and there, let's look on the front side here. I think there's some more on the front side. Actually, there's two more over here on the front side we've got to do also. Right over here. There's actually a total of 6. And here we go, last one over here. Okay, there we go. That. And there's our in-feed shield. And I think I'll just take this off of here. Set it up on the table here. All right. Let's see what our next step is. While carefully wedging a large screwdriver in the teeth of the feed roller gears, remove the nuts and washers. See figure 3. And here's figure 3. So we will do that now. Okay. There's that one. Let's do the other one now. Well, better find that now. There it is right there. Yeah, pull that one off of there. Okay. Next. It says use pliers to remove the keys. The keys are these items right here. I don't really know why I would need to remove them. Oh, I know. If we were replacing these rollers, then I would need to remove the keys in order to do that. But we're not replacing these rollers. We're only doing the cutter head. So I'm not going to have to do that step of removing those keys. Remove the screws and washers from the bearing support. Okay. That would be this here. Let's see. That's what that is. Item T. Yep, T. So that's these 3 screws here. That's what's got to come out now. And it looks like that is 3/16, okay? Okay. Here's that one there. I'm going to put these together up here. These three up here. Keep them all together. All right, there we are. Second one. And our last one. Okay. Let's look at our instructions here. Using a large flat blade screwdriver, pry the bearing support up and away from the end frame. See figure 4. All right, let's see what figure 4 is here. Here's figure 4 right here. So we'll do that now. Let's look over here. Okay, that seems to be working okay there. Let's see what the deal is here. I think it's supposed to come separate from the head. Let me look at the instructions here, see what it says here. Because right now that bearing is staying with that. All right, let's see what's going on here. Pry the bearing support away from the end frame. Remove the spring washer. Slide the cutter head assembly up and out. So they're supposed to come separate from each other. Let's see here. Yep, I see here. This is the item here we're trying to get out right here. This item here, and it's supposed to become separate from this bearing here. Right now the bearing is coming with it, so I need to get that coming separate from it. But for right now, it doesn't want to do that, so we're just going to take the whole assembly out at once and figure out how to get them apart after I get it out. So since I'm going to be handling some knives here, I'm going to put my gloves on. Okay. Okay. So here is the old assembly out of the planer. Now the step I've got to get this separated from this bearing here. This is what I have to do now. And I think I may have to come over here on the vise to do that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna rest that head right there. I've got it just sitting down in there. Okay. Now, let's see. Need that bearing to be coming out. So let's see. How can we do that? Well, let's get a little mallet here and see if I can tap it off. There we go. Came off. So that's what I needed to have off. I needed to have this, and there's a spring washer that's inside there. You want to make sure that stays in there. And when I took the cutter head out from the other side, there's a spring washer here on the other side. I want to make sure and keep that as well. And so we're going to end this video here. This is the end of taking out the old cutter head out of the planer. Next time you're going to see me put the new shear tack one in and putting the planer back together. Steve Draper here for Shopsmith Mark IV 7 520.